Hi! Today on Cooking with Jesse, episode 3, we're going to cook a very fun hot dish sort of recipe I got on the internet called Inside Out Cabbage Rolls. Ingredients are pretty simple. We got ground beef. This is 3 pounds, but you only need a third of this. You just need 1 pound of beef, half an onion. This is a full onion pictured. Some garlic. This is just what I had laying around. Some cabbage. Some Hunt's crushed tomatoes. And some rice. It's really easy if you have rice you already cooked and saved, because then you don't have to cook it right now. So there you go. Step 1. Cook 1 pound of ground hamburger. Hear that sizzle. Just want to stir up the meat so it's brown all the way around and it doesn't fall off the stove. As it's starting to brown, you want to add some seasoning to make it zesty. Not sure what I have. I guess might as well randomly choose this one. This is a fun one. Worcestershire something or other. And that will, I can open the thing. That will make it a little zesty. Some of that on there. Sure. And then how about garlic roasted herb? That might be good on it, right? This is kind of a not necessarily bland dish, but there's not a lot of flavorful aspects of it beyond meat and vegetables. So you should really add some seasoning to the meat. Okay, you want half of an onion diced. Then you want to dice up some garlic. Yeah, like that. Okay, now that the meat is starting to get pretty brown, there's still a little pink, but it's pretty brown. Then we're going to add the onions and garlic to this. I wonder if I can do it with 2 hands. I don't know if I can. There you go. Something like that. You want to mix it up. And while the remaining hamburger is starting to brown, the onion and garlic cooks in. But you want to add it at this point in time so that the onions are still a little bit crunchy. They don't start to turn clear. That's when you've cooked the onions a little too long. So that's why I add onions and garlic when the meat is nearly brown, but not completely. Now, if you haven't guessed why they call this Inside Out Cabbage Roll hot dish, is because it's pretty much like cabbage rolls, but inside out and gutted and turned into a casserole. So you need, for this, tons of this stuff. Cabbage. I would use, maybe half of this, a lot of it. It cooks down, and that's kind of the weight of the meal is the cooked cabbage. So dice this up. Yes! About half of a diced cabbage. As you can see, I diced most of this sucker up. Okay, that meat looks brown, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it and empty it into a pot. Then what we're going to do is grab our cabbage we diced up, and then we're going to add it to this. Alright, we just added a grip of cabbage, and what we're going to do is kind of stir this around. You can hear it's still sizzling. Oh, we're going to add a little olive oil to get this cooking. We add one of these. And what this is going to take is to continually kind of stir it up. And while this cabbage is kind of fat right now, as it cooks down, it's going to get a little thinner. And that's just fine. And dandy. So as you can see, we've let this cook down, and the cabbage has sort of gotten a little bit smaller, and it's about equal to the meat, which is good. Now, the next part of a cabbage roll is, of course, tomato stuff. So we want the Hunt's crushed tomato. Look how beautiful that is. And we're going to mix this in like it's no one's business. Oh yeah, look at that. And you want to just kind of mix this up into a glorious green and red thing. There, it's mixed into a glorious mixture. And then the other ingredient in cabbage rolls is rice. Now, some recipes say you can just get rice and add water and rice mix to this and literally cook the rice into it. And that's pretty good, but since I'm lazy, I just have pre-cooked white rice that Emily dated wisely, and we're just going to add the white rice into this to taste. I think I added a cup of rice maybe, I don't know, who knows. And then you kind of mix this up so that the cabbage and the meat and the tomato, crushed tomatoes, and rice all gets kind of mixed together. Oh yeah. All mixed up, looking good. And there you go, inside out cabbage roll hot dish, a meal fit for a me.